Welcome to another episode of Dream Life Theory. I'm your host, Mr. Billions. So I want to talk about desire. This is something I was talking about. I had an episode. I did a podcast on Spotify maybe a year ago, maybe almost 2 years ago. I can't remember. And I was talking about desire. And desire, as they say, is the definition of it is a strong feeling that motivates some to obtain or possess something that is within reach. Desire. So most of the books I read says that if you know what you want, you must say it with feeling at least twice a day. But however, I believe that if you say it with feeling while at the same time when you visualize it, like you visualize it that's it's in your possession as if you already have it. I believe or I know that it adds momentum to the thoughts. So I remember reading the book The Alchemist, Paulo. It states, I'm gonna paraphrase it. It states that once you desire, move my chips out the way. Once you desire once you decide, my bad, once you decide on what you want, it won't stop until you get it, then the universe will conspire to assist you in achieving your heart's desire. Once the universe know, once the universe know this is what you truly want, it will aid you. Then you can start calling things forth. Meaning, if you need something, or like if you need help, it will help you with your dreams. You can send your thoughts out, like you can send your thoughts out into the ether, the air, the atoms. And if you don't know what the ether is, we'll discuss it, and you just talk to me about it. But it would carry it until it reaches what you asked for. That's crazy, ain't it? And it will attract it to you by attaching itself with the atoms that are alike. Like, so whatever you ask for, okay, so for example, I had so this guy I was supposed to do business with, I met him and then we lost contact. I had his number, and he was I couldn't get in contact with him. I didn't know where he stayed at or anything. So then I start and he wanted to invest in me. So you already know I'm like, boy, I gotta see what I could do. So then I started like trying to retrace my steps, but then I'm thinking, I'm like, I said, I'm gonna see him. I said, I'm gonna see him again. I'm gonna see him again. So I started visualizing myself running into him in like the grocery store, the places that I go to. Just like the places that I go to, and things like that nature. And I just kept playing it back, playing it back, playing it back. So then it was a few months. I ain't gonna say it was overnight. It was a few months. I was riding down the street and he was coming up the street. We looked at each other. It was like, oh man, yeah. So when he backed up, we went to a parking lot and was talking. He was like, man, he was like, I don't never come down the street. He said, man, I don't never. He said, the street, he'll go by another street he went this way, but he usually go past that street. The street right here, he usually go past that street every time and go around. He said he don't know what it was, but he just turned on. He said, something said, turn on that street. He turned on that street and he seen me. I said, man, that's crazy. He said, man, yeah, man. He said, I've been thinking about you, man. I couldn't, I couldn't get in touch with you. And so some stuff happened. I didn't get a chance to get invested because some stuff happened. I mean, yeah, he didn't invest because some things had happened. But anyway, it was I was like, dang. I said that stuff really worked. But so with me, I have been through so much. I can't blame nothing, and I'm getting my mind back right. But I stopped having that ability to be able to block out all the noise, the negative noise, the things that you done heard since you was a child. You know, these are the things that we hear when we want to do something, and then it's like, for me, I had to analyze it in order for me to overcome it. So I said that I didn't have confidence in myself due to the fact how growing up I felt ashamed. So I was cool around my kids. Like, I was cool around my friends. So if I know you, I was cool. But if not, then I'm like, I'm laid back. I'm like, I'm picky to deal with people. But I had to dissect it. It's like the things that I went through as a child affected me. So now when I wanted to do something, it's like you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You know you can't do that. No, you can't do that. What you doing, man? You always thinking crazy, man. You why are you thinking like that? You always thinking crazy. So then I procrastinate. I'll do something else. Just like I was about to make this, but then I said I got on the phone. I got on the phone and I started playing. Someone said, "Put it down." I put that down and picked up the book, and I went through my book, and that's what I was reading from a book. This is from episode 2 of my podcast on Spotify with the same name, Dream Life Theory. You know, and so let me finish. It was saying that okay, you ask for will attach itself with the atoms that are alike. Now, in the world of magnetism, opposites attract, but in the world of thought, magnetism, opposites repel. I'll give you an example. You don't hang around people you don't have anything in common with, like the same thing, at least some of the same things. It was something that y'all shared or did together that created a bond. And don't like to be just like people don't like to be lied to or tricked, the universe is the same way. So it would test you with failure, which is only a learning block that will help you understand what works and what don't. That's why failure exists, to stop the people who are not serious about what they want. The mind is a miraculous form of existence. The brain is just as complex as the whole universe. The body contains the same amount of cells as there are in the stars. Ancient wisdom says, ask and you shall receive, seek you shall find, knock and it shall be open. Tune in next time. Okay, so the mind is a miraculous form of existence. Let's build on that. So You have the mind, the brain, you have the spirit, you have the soul. People are saying that these are same thing. People saying that these are the difference. So, and what I understand to be true is that when the breath came into us, it wasn't just breath, it was the spirit. So the spirit animated. The spirit animated the body. So it said it was dirt, right? So the dirt was formed. So in my eyes, I'm thinking the dirt was formed like everything, like the dirt was formed just like we are. Like it wasn't just the the physical form, and you know, like the statues that people don't call talking about Dave, you know what I'm saying? God done created a good, but it wasn't just that. Let me take this glass off. Excuse me. It wasn't just that form, the physical body. It was also the blood, the heart, the lungs, everything was formed. That's what I believe. I believe everything was formed, right? So when the breath was blown into us, the mud, the dirt, the earth turned into us. So imagine the spirit is being blown. So at the same time when the spirit is being blown, the flesh appears. It's not earth no more, it's not mud. It turns into flesh. And then the earth teeth turns into teeth. So the breath starts, it goes throughout the whole body, and it animated our body and made us who we are now, right? So this same power that formed us formed the universe. And it said that the universe was formed just by the simple act of a word: exist, be. Get some light up in here. Light appears. Boom. Right? Y'all know the story. The reason why I'm telling you this is in the same book it said we was made in the image and likeness. So in that same sense, that breath that was created within us has the same ability to form. You see it in this world. You see stuff that we done created. Upon self, let me take that back. You seen stuff that we done made. We done invented a lot of things in this world. Same thing. We thought it out, but we just can't say exists like that and it exists. You know, we don't have that ability, but we still have that ability to bring it into existence. It happens when I say that when you speak words, words vibrate. You know, words have frequency, they travel. The atoms travel. So the same breath that you speaking out of, the air is coming out. The air is part of the molecules. Molecules part of the atoms. The atoms is part of the ether. So these words go out. You know, you can hear somebody from a distance, but it still travels. I mean, it's like you can't hear it like that, but it also still travels. And it's not the word, it's the intentions. It's like soldiers. I believe Adams I don't know if it's say conscious, but I know that cells in our body, they have memory. You know, Biology of Belief is a amazing book. Um, it's a lot of books. I need to make a list of the books I done read, but it's amazing the ability that we have. And I'm telling y'all this to say you're greater than anything that can come against you. Tune in next time, man. I appreciate y'all.